So today we're looking at stability. GoPro Fusion versus GoPro Karma. Let's go. So this is a good video today because we're looking at the GoPro Karma with a GoPro versus the Fusion to see which is best for stability with an S, not a Z by the way, so you spell it properly. So we've got both cameras here, this one going up and downs, the Karma, that one's the Fusion. So why is it a good test when they're completely different? Well, they are completely different, yeah, both similar because they're both action cameras, so that makes them similar. It's the price point. Fusion's $650 and the Karma and a GoPro is $300, $400, $500, $700. So there's £50 in it. Ooh. So this is just generalised walking stability. Don't tell me if it's any good or not. I'm a bit famous around here, don't worry about that. And I'm going to try now for a bit of a run. So there's a couple of different modes for the Fusion, and we'll switch mode and see which one looks best. So there we go. The Karma gives you this cinema-esque kind of movie swirl where I think the Fusion just been locked on, solid like a rock. So there we go. Let's just try one where we go forwards. Let's see how we get on that way. Let's see which one's smoother. And one last one, why not? The Fusion's a lot lighter. I kind of really fall in love with your Fusion. I believe you also GoPro. I don't know which one's best. Let's put them on the machine and find out. So looking back over the footage of both of them and then doing this side by side, which isn't always an apple for apples test, I'd have to say, well, we knew this already. The GoPro Hero gives a much better picture. It's just basically it's a 4K, which is 6:9. Now the Fusion's 5.2K, but it's 360. So realistically, when it's cropped down, I think it goes down to 1080p or something like that. Now, before getting the Fusion, and actually before getting into like 4K cameras, I had a 1080p camera and it actually shot incredibly photos, you know, incredibly good photos and pictures, should I say, or videos even. The videos were fantastic. Then 4K emerged, and the thing with 4K is, when it's good, it's really good, but it's just the name, and this is where it gets problems. Like you buy a 4K action camera and it's atrocious, and you can buy a 5K action camera and it's atrocious. It doesn't always come down to that 4K or 1080p. We've all bought one, haven't we? The cheap one, 1080p, and it's just turned out to be rubbish. We've all bought the 4K cheap one, it's been rubbish. This is why you have to go expensive. I have 5 360 cameras. Now, the worst thing about 360 cameras was even the rubbish ones were expensive. So it's only since getting the Fusion I've really been able to use 360 software and get a decent picture, which is 1080p. But I think the picture quality is absolutely fantastic in the Fusion. It's a great working tool as well, as opposed to the GoPro. GoPro's great, but you kind of have to have a rough idea what's going to happen, where the Fusion you don't have to be so precise what's going to happen because it's filming everything. Providing you get the horizon, i.e. the camera at the right length, the height should say, you've got a lot of flexible working space, a hell of a lot of flexible working space. Yes, there's warpage. I kind of like the warpage. It reminds me of my old GoPro videos where I had warpage because it was GoPro, it was an action camera, and it changed. And then there were people saying, well, we don't want the GoPro kind of view, we're going to make it kind of normal looking with no warp. And that's where we kind of went with linear mode, and the warp's gone, so it's not quite, you know, you knew it was filmed on a GoPro, which is kind of nice. We're back there with the Fusion. So stability wise, what we're picking, we're going to go for the Fusion because it's just a much better bit of kit. Obviously there was no gimbal used there or anything, it's all in-house processing software. It's a lot more easier to work with. Hell of a lot easier to work with. Really have enjoyed it. So if I had to pick, and this is my advice, and obviously I have all of them, would I go for a Fusion or a GoPro Hero 6? Well, the precise one will probably be the 5, but we'll say a 6, and a gimbal, the Karma Grip, which I've used for a long time, and it is really good. Oh, I don't know now, because I do love the pitch quality of this, the Hero 6. We'll go for the Fusion. Now I'll explain why I've gone for the Fusion, because it is easier to get the aftershot with, especially with the app. You can just twist it around it. Oh, we're going, that's Fusion. There you go. Fusion, we've decided. You want to buy something, you want to buy an action camera, go buy a GoPro Fusion. I don't want a 360 one. Don't worry about that. Don't even use the 360 mode. Just use overcapture. You'll have 1080p video. Yeah, but it's not as good as 4K. My phone doesn't even show 4K. Most times when I look back at what people have viewed the videos in, it's been something like 720, 1080p. So you bang on the point. The picture quality is going to be stellar. Enough for YouTube and Facebook and all that kind of stuff. It's the best camera I've bought in a long time. Going from the 5 to the 6 wasn't apples to apples choice really. And it was like, oh, isn't that any much better? And yeah, it is a lot better. Then I bought the Karma grips, and then we used the grips on those. We've got the Karma drone, we've got the full, we've got everything. But this Fusion, it just blows your mind. The picture quality is adequate. It's good actually, nice colours. It's the flexibility that I love about it. You can just film anything, and as long as you pretty much got the camera near enough, then you can just change it using overcapture. I really like it. Go out and buy yourself a GoPro Fusion, you won't be disappointed. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon. Bye!